In today's episode of Ducker Zone, I share key concepts on how you can pivot your existing business, whether it be online or off, and turn it into a powerful personal brand. Well, hello and welcome to another episode of Ducker Zone, the place where week by week I share my tips, tactics, and strategies that'll help you build a future-proof business. I also answer your questions personally so that you can build a powerful, profitable business based around your personal brand and those that you want to serve. Oh, this one's going to be a good one. I've been wanting to do this one for a while, so buckle up, here it comes. So let's assume you've got a business already. Everything's going along just fine, but you know that it has an expiration date of some shape or form. Maybe it's a bricks and mortar business and you want to spend more time at home. Maybe it's online and specific to a certain product or a service that you happen to be getting tired of. We all know how that feels. Or maybe you're just considering shutting down and starting all over again. Now, if this is you, relax. Chris, I got your back. Forget about it. I got your back over here. Today we're going to talk about how a business with an expiration date is actually the perfect opportunity for one of my favorite words in the entrepreneurial world, pivot. Ooh, I do love that word. Now, as I've said many times before, a personal brand business is likely going to be the last pivot you'll ever need to make when it comes to your business career. If you've ever had to shift the focus of your business before, then you're pretty much joining the choir right now, because we all know just how much work it takes to be able to shift from one business model over to another one. But that's what's so great about this particular shift in particular. You see, becoming a personal brand entrepreneur is also one of the easiest shifts that you're ever going to make, because you already have all the tools that you need. You're simply about to learn how to leverage them, plain and simple. So here is a very simple process that you can use to shift the business that you've already got into a personal brand business. And here's a fun fact. These are the exact steps that I personally followed when I decided to go ahead and make this pivot myself back in 2012, and the proof really is in the British pudding, guys. Personal branding works, plain and simple. So here we go. Number one, start putting more of yourself into your existing content. Let me explain. This is a really easy shift to make. Just keep producing the same content you're already producing for your business, but instead of trying to remove yourself and sound professional, whatever the bloody hell that means, I challenge you to add in a bit of your unique perspective to the next bit of content that you create. It could be a blog post, a video, a podcast, whatever. Use your humor, use your personality, and the things that make you, you. Plain simple. Number two, share a completely new, unrelated piece of content. Now, this is a tipping point for a lot of entrepreneurs. Trust me, they've got a whole library of content that's very specific to their business. But the second that they share something totally out of left field, something more personal to them and what they're all about, their audience goes wild. A perfect example is when I talked about my burnout, which happened in 2009. I shared all the gory details and my community absolutely ate it up. I challenge you now to put yourself out there a little bit. One thing all personal brand entrepreneurs have in common is a willingness to share their own stories generously. And the more comfortable you get with this, the faster your brand is going to grow. I guarantee it. Number three, go 1 full month sharing only personal brand content. Now, this is where you'll continue to rebalance your content a little bit until it's 100% personal brand content and 0% old business stuff. When you do this, a few interesting things are going to happen. First, you're going to lose some subscribers, viewers, listeners, readers, whatever. That's okay. Don't worry. You're finding a new audience. Second, you'll gain new readers. They'll discover you, they'll be drawn in by your personal brand, and that's what it's all about. Third, and most interestingly to me personally, is that the vast majority of your existing audience is actually going to stick around. They'll be grateful for the opportunity to get to know you better. It's that people to people concept that I'm always talking about. See, when you share personal brand content on a consistent basis, the relationship that develops between you and your audience is almost like a new friendship. It's actually pretty cool. Number 4, evaluate. Now, for me, self-reflection is an important part of being an entrepreneur. And by this stage in the journey, you'd have been sharing personal brand content with on or off maybe around about 2 months or so. So now's the time to really reflect for just a minute or two. Have you enjoyed the process of beginning to build your personal brand? How's your audience reacted and grown and changed as a result? Do you have more to say and more ways that you can help them? If so, congratulations. You've officially made the pivot. And you can join the ranks of all us personal brand entrepreneurs like myself all around the world. Now, finally, number 5, ask for feedback. Part of community growth is engagement. A big part of it should be engagement. Now's the time to really check in with your audience about how you can serve them even more going forward. Remember, this is a formal, maybe this is a formal survey sent to your list, or maybe it's just a question asked at the end of a blog post or a podcast episode. However you approach it, I want you to prioritize engaging with your community as you grow together. You can rest assured that they'll be honest, because after all, they're sticking around for your honesty too. It's a two-way street, and you're going to learn a lot about what kind of content to create for them in the future. Remember, we want to be solving their problems. So there you have it, an easy, seamless, step-by-step process to help you turn the business you already have into one more focused on your personal brand. It's the process that I personally followed myself when I made the shift, and I know it works, and I can't wait to see how it will work for you with your personal brand goals in the coming months. Now, if you enjoyed this episode of Ducker Zone, I'd love for you to share it on social. I'm all about Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Make sure you use the hashtag DuckerZone, and also be sure to like and comment below. I'd love to hear from you. I'll see you next time, right here on Ducker Zone.